RDR Gear here in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you don't know what to do at RDR, you can find a couple different ways. One, by liking, subscribing, and commenting on this YouTube channel. It helps keep him employed and the lights on over here, and I enjoy doing these videos for you guys. You can also hit up our website, rdrgear.com, where you can purchase any of our Safari wraps, chest rigs, plate carriers, holster mods, etc. And then you can also see our one-off products we do on Instagram and Facebook. We post a lot of the one-off wraps or holster modifications, new stuff that we're doing. We post there on both pages, Facebook and Instagram. So let's get into it. Another thank you to guns.com. This is a pistol number 2 that I picked up from them in the Certified Used Gun program. They were able to send this pistol out to me for review. I've been looking for this gun for a very long time, and I finally found one at guns.com. They were nice enough to send this gun out to us for review, and it is the Zev P320 Octane. So this gun is already clear, no mag in the gun. This pistol, I've known for Zev for a very long time. One, I was always kind of skeptical of Zev because of price point. And number 2, I've always kind of followed the social media bug in regards to, oh, Zev this, Zev that. But then there's guys who talk about it that are amazing. And then there are other ones who are kind of like, wasn't all that I thought it would be. If you follow this channel, you know I'm a 320 fan. And this is the one size X-Carry pistol that I didn't have already. I have compacts, but I didn't have an X-Carry. And the X-Carry is the X-Carry frame with the flat face trigger, the extended beaver tail, and then whatever top end you have here. This happens to be the Zev Octane slide. This is unique for a couple different reasons. Number 1, the biggest one, it is cut for RMR. Not Delta Point, not whatever. It is RMR footprint dedicated, which is super cool. You guys know that I'm a big RMR fan. Most of the pistols I have an RMR on them. This also has the FCU, which is a flat face trigger. That's pretty much in all the SIG pistols now, the P320 full-size compacts, the X5s, etc. The lower frame here, the X Compact, this is, I believe, the original generation Gen 1 frame. I feel it because it's kind of fat and kind of roundish in a way. It feels almost like a cylinder that was kind of flat on each side. I like it, but I would prefer a little narrower frame. So this would be a great host for one of the Wilson frames, right? I think that would give a much better ergonomics, especially for a small carry gun. But again, that's something that can be done at a later date. To simply get an module, drop your FC fire control unit in, and you're good to go. I was very impressed with the styling. When I saw this at guns.com in the Certified Used Gun department, I was like, okay, this is something that I really want to look at. Because it's, again, as I mentioned, it's the one they don't have. It's an RMR dedicated. And I wanted to see what, if anything, the Zev pistol offered that a standard P320 factory pistol would not offer. The one thing I noticed today, and I don't have a ton of data on it, so if you guys out there know that they're sprung differently or there's a different manufacturer of spring that's being put in these pistols, throw in the comments, let me know. But this slide feels so much better than a factory compact pistol. That's something Crispy noticed today, and I noticed as well. I felt that the recoil was much, much smoother. The recoil impulse wasn't as heavy. Even though it's a small compact pistol, it was very easy to control and stay on target. The fiber optic front sight is one of the things I enjoy on a pistol, not having a very wide plastic sight or tritium sight. This is a very, very narrow front sight. Even with my bad eyes, I can still kind of see it, but at the end of the day, it's so thin and outdoors and bright light or indoor bright light, it picks up very easy. It's very bright. And with the wider U-notch here in the rear sight, phenomenal. If the sight was any wider, I feel it kind of would be not really have a purpose per se. So that's something that I enjoy on the pistol, having a narrow front fiber optic sight. I also like how the fiber optic sight is protected. It's very little fiber protruding between the front block and the rear block. Sometimes the fiber optic, the tube itself is thicker, therefore it can get caught on holsters or get snagged on things and they break and fall out. This one's very protected. It's got quite a bit of blocking around it, so that's another feature that I liked as well. The slide, styling and aesthetics, phenomenal. Super clean. I like this kind of smoked gray. It's got a little bit of anti-glare up top here. The window cuts, I think, are one of those things nowadays that every pistol is going to have window cuts on them. I'm assuming that is for basically being able to offset whatever weight of the red dot that's put on this pistol. Since it is a RMR dedicated pistol, the RMR being heavier, or maybe even a hollow center for that matter, I'm assuming that these cutouts are there to help offset and ensure that pistol runs reliably. The plating on the rear, I like the styling. You have a standard mounting plate, but as I mentioned, this is RMR. It's going to be super cool once the RMR is on here. This rear sight, once the RMR is on, this is kind of pointless. It's so small that you don't have really any use for it. But on a side note, I like that fact, because even though guys like myself and many others are RMR red dot driven, a lot of consumers today still aren't ready for red dot, especially if you go out and spend X amount of dollars on a pistol, right? These are, I think, around $1,100, $1,200 MSRP new. So you spend that kind of money on a pistol, and now you're going to spend another $500 to $600 on an RMR, or say you go hollow sun, still $350, $400. Some folks may not have that additional income to jump to a third of their pistol back into the pistol with a red dot. So having actual standard iron sights is a benefit on the carry gun as well, so which I think is super cool. So you can still run this thing as an everyday carry gun with the very clean set of iron sights, and when you're ready to go red dot, jump on the red dot wagon and add your dot to the pistol. This anti-glare is kind of cool, kind of follows the styling up top here. The Zev logos with the 2 hash marks. The cock installations are very practical on the front end here. As I mentioned, that smoke gray look I really like. This pistol is super sexy, very, very clean. This is a used pistol, again, from guns.com, certified used guns. This one here is amazing. Also listed as excellent condition. 4 magazines that came with. At the end of the day, you guys, you buy this pistol here. You didn't like, maybe you bought this pistol and had the same issues that I had with the frame. As I mentioned, upgrade it to maybe a Wilson, something else, send us one out, have it stippled, have it reduced, whatever you want to do, add texture to it. That's kind of your preference there. The FCU fire control unit can drop into any other pistol that you currently own. And if you're a 320 fan like me, this one here is a phenomenal gun. I'm excited to add an X carry to the pile all 320s already have. And this one will get plenty of carry, plenty of use, unless Christian tries to steal it from me, because he really liked it as well. So at the end of the day, I would definitely recommend taking a look at the Zev P320 Octane. As I mentioned earlier, dedicated RMR cut, Zev's proprietary slide and barrel, the dimpled barrel, on the standard P320 frame with the flat face trigger, 15 round capacity magazines. For a carry gun, you can't go wrong. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, we post 2 to 3 videos every week on Gear the Review, Gear Your Manufacturer. Until next time, be well, take care.